I have a foil Thundermaul as well, just so everybody knows. If you've got some Jaces for trade.
You want a foil Thundermaul? We can make something happen. If Thundermaul kills Jace, take up Jace, Thundermaul Jace. Is this a new meta?
Oh, baby. Oh, baby.
All right, so both of them mulligan. Zachary playing Burn, unsurprisingly. I saw Burn in his opening hand, so.
And we're not exactly sure what Ty is playing.
Did not see what he was doing. He's holding his cards real close to him. I see a whiteboarder, so that's like half the decks right there. I wonder if someone gave me a list of decks I could imagine plays whiteboarder cards. I would definitely could narrow it down.
So, 1, 2, 3.
Whiteboarder Island.
Whiteboarder Island and pass. A lot of options.
Well, CB's got a guy. A guy really speeds up the clock here.
Our table spotter thinks he may be on Infect, which Infect with basic Island seems kind of bad.
They usually play one.
Do they?
For I
don't think they do.
You're right. Most lists don't. But I mean, I can see him playing one in a Blood Moon heavy format. He's
not that's what I'm talking about.
I like.
He's playing the.
I'm glad we got this match. This is gonna be fun.
The mono blue.
Let's explain this deck. Have anyone not seen it? Would you like to go?
What's the enchantment called?
As Foretold.
As Foretold. So the deck plays the card As Foretold, which
draft staples.
as you obviously know. Actually, if we could pull that card up while we're at it. 3 mana enchantment. You can cast instants or sorceries equal to the number of fate counters that are on it, and you get a fate counter at the beginning of your upkeep. But Living End, as well as Ancestral Vision, both are 0 mana, so you can cast them the turn it comes down. So you do what he's doing right now, cast this As Foretold. He has...
Yep, that's Ancestral. Draw 3.
Drawing 3.
0 mana, draw 3. Love to see that.
So you just cycle as many things you can in your graveyard, cast the Living End, and kill them with the creatures that you cycled.
So the creatures that you usually put in the graveyard are the best one that he just put in earlier was this 5/5 Hexproof for 1 blue cycler. Very good. You get 2 of those guys in play, off Living End. It's really kind of hard to beat, honestly. Wipe their board, put 2 5/5s. So they can't do anything against.
I would play this deck.
This deck is sweet. When this deck came out, it was like a totally unknown. No one played it or heard of it at all. And some guy did pretty well with it in Voto.
5-0 to League.
And then all of a sudden, new archetype, and it's pretty sweet. So
very, very cool.
If you like playing weird Magic.
You got
Field of Ruins.
I think 18 islands, 4 Field of Ruins. Call it a fucking day.
I like it.
I apologize for swearing. I should know better.
This is America. You're allowed to swear.
Thank you. Right now, Zachary doing his thing.
Main phase Boros Charm.
Boros Charm your face.
Yeah, this isn't looking good for Zachary.
I don't
Pretty
hate
slow
the main phase because this deck typically plays 4 Cryptics, so don't want to be having your stuff get Cryptic commanded.
Yeah, but he's probably going to play I guess it doesn't really matter that much. He's been in a bad spot regardless.
So he's got his Serum Visions. And I know not all lists play Serum Visions, so I
really?
do agree
play
with
Serum Visions?
The guy that made the deck does not play Serum Visions, which seems odd.
What does he play in that spot? Anything?
I think just more Cyclers.
Huh, okay.
Which is odd because you're essentially... This deck is kind of a 1-card combo. Not actually, but kind of.
I mean, it's like a 2-card combo, but you only have to cast 1 card. Okay, there we go. We got the fun Living End. We're gonna put a lot of pressure into play. This is looking very good for the As Foretold.
Sacrifice all his creatures, and now he is facing down 12
points of power. You want to pull up Living End. What that does, the 0 mana card. They usually suspend it, but you can cheat in with As Foretold, and you put all your guys back into play.
I'm sure most people are familiar with it from being cascaded into
true.
via
you can also cast a Living End.
So currently, Zach is on a 2-turn clock, which has got to feel pretty good for Ty, not for Zach, obviously. But
if he does have 2 bolts every turn.
If he has 2, or I guess he could go. So I know he's got a bolt and a Rift Bolt. So he's got him down to 6. And what else is in his hand? There's a chance.
How do you get down to 12? Wasn't he a 13 last turn?
I believe after a...
Was there a good Lob Manager swing? Does that change things?
Well, he cycled the Street Wraith, which is 2. And he got Boros Charmed, and I guess just attacked for...
1, twice. So that's 2, 4, 8. Okay, that's 8. Okay. So if he's a Cryptic Commando, this is probably just right. This probably just wins the game.
And right now, Zach has at least 1 Rift
Let's see what he has in his hand.
And no other 1-mana deal 3. But
he
does
Rift, he's got a lot of Spike, yeah. Yeah, okay, scoops.
Scoops him up.
So yeah.
Bad. If he would have gotten a land there, he could have gone for Searing Blaze plus Rift Bolt.
I believe the Foretold player had a counter spell anyways, though. They don't take a remit or Cryptic Command.
I do not believe it mattered. Any stack interaction gets him there.
It's a pretty dang good hand for the Foretold player. Pretty medium hand for the Boros player.
Yeah.
Boros burn.
I'm curious as to what kind of sideboard options Ty is going to have. He could have like something like Dragon's Claw. I mean,
God, I hope not. Please don't play Dragon's Claw in your mono blue deck.
Yeah, being that you are mono blue, your options are very limited.
It could have Sun Droplet. Card's sweet.
Could have Sun Droplet. That's
that card. That card should not see play.
Honestly,
like it's so much worse than it was back in the old days.
I'm gonna do a little bit of research right quick and look up what these sideboards typically look like.
They're probably bringing Dispels.
Oh yeah,
cheap counter
I
spells.
gotta imagine he'll have some variety of cheap.
So one nice thing about these Foretold lists as opposed to Living End list is you're allowed to play.
By the way, 69 viewers.
Cards.
Can we get a shout out?
It's like I like that number.
It's my favorite number. All right, sorry.
Great number.
Okay, let's see. So based on what I'm seeing on this thing from TCG Player,
probably negate and stuff.
It's got a lot of ley lines, which I'm not super.
Oh, I forgot about that. He's playing the 8 ley line list. That's right.
He could.
If he has the 4 ley line Sanctity, that just destroys Burn.
And I'm also seeing Dismembers,
I hope he does.
Hercule's Recalls, Dispels as some options.
Nothing feels better than a ley line Sanctity in the sideboard against Burn, and then getting that in your opening hand and then just being visibly upset.
And I'm curious as to if, I mean, unless if you're very, I mean, I guess, actually, never mind. I was going to say Zach may not bring in enchantment removal, but he's going to be bringing in for the Foretold anyway. So I got to imagine he's got a Destructive Revelry, maybe a...
I don't think he's playing green. He just plays playing red-white right now.
But if we look, we're looking at Pascal Maynard's list.
I'm pretty sure that they've cut their Destructive Revelries and are just playing the red-white version most of the time.
I think a lot of them just play a single Stomping Ground just for Destructive Revelry.
Really?
Yeah.
I guess that, I mean, that's what I would do. I think it's no reason not to be greedy.
I mean, you're
Billy, we are
playing,
not...
like, what, 12 fetch lands typically?
We are not heading to Indy.
We were debating heading to Indy for the Classic, but just now that we are in a bit of a lame duck modern format, we have opted out of it.
I kind of like the idea of getting more sleep, too. I have not gotten enough sleep this week. Class has been... It's the first hard week.
My class has been very easy, so I'm big chilling. I do have a presentation on Monday, but I'm not going to bore you guys with that.
School stuff. If anyone of you guys wants to learn like math things, you know, I'll bore you with that happily.
Just chucked a pretty fat cloud back here.
just vaping in the corner.
Don't tell on me, anybody. But you know, maybe I shouldn't do that. That was a bit fat of a cloud. I'll go chuck some clouds.
It's definitely a little steamy in here. Nah, no President's Day off. Miami doesn't care about that. All right, good start. Plays land, has a land drop. That's what you like to see.
And he's also playing Scalding Tarn, which I believe to be
Goblin Guide, a good card.
Goblin Guide attacks, reveals a Serum Visions, takes opponent down to 18. He ships it on back. Plays land, passes. So I presume he's holding up maybe like a Spell Snare because he saw that his opponent had a Serum Visions. So Zach right now has got to be thinking, what could my opponent have that would make him not want to cast?
Yeah,
Serum
honestly,
Visions?
that's the reason why I probably would just cast a Serum Visions here.
Yeah, just
because he's gonna not
giving
play
up
a
a
2-drop.
lot of information right here. I can't
imagine.
imagine.
It could also be cycling, but
it could also be a Dispel potentially, but
yeah,
he just goes for the Bolt.
And also, I mean. Serum is pretty good to start up, unless he really wants to race.
So now he sees...
That's Foretold. There's a
There's
common card.
Foretold.
This is a really fast clock, though. It's about as good of a start as Burn can hope for. I'll see, I mean, turn... Like, this is looking like an easy turn 4 win, if he doesn't have enough disruption. Which is where you want to be against, like, the turn 3 to 4, like, kind of combo, but not kill you deck. And
I do see a Boros Charm or a Lightning Helix and a Rift Bolt in hand. And another bolt off the top. So
okay, this is lethal if he has nothing, but I don't know. I think
I gotta imagine. I mean,
has something.
I would be surprised if he kept in Remand, just because Remand is so bad against a deck where everything is hyper redundant and efficient. I'd be a little bit surprised to see him do that. But let's see if Zach's gonna go for the.
Actually, a lot of people keep remanning against these
and
burn
do you
decks.
believe that to be correct?
I mean, not usually, but sometimes you don't have enough stuff to take out. But I'd imagine that's not the case in this matchup.
So let's see if Zach is gonna go for it.
I mean, I think you just do, right? It's not like you really lose that much by going for it.
And I mean, you kind of want it so to get as much damage through on the ground this turn because it may be the last turn you're able to.
You probably like attack first and see if he has like anything, and then maybe reevaluate after that. If he has like an answer, he wants to kill your Goblin Guy before attack. So you might want to kill the Goblin Guy before you attack for like take 2 damage, and then you deal 3 for the Monastery Swift Spear. So it's actually better to like kill the Swift Spear in the spot.
Okay, that's reasonable. So and he's going for it.
He's going for it right now. Okay.
Maybe
the spell snare. Yeah, that's the spell snare we were talking about.
So still gets the prowess trigger, comes on in for 5, takes his opponent down to 3, has a Rift Bolt in hand.
Yeah, Rift Bolt in hand means he can't even cast the Foretold.
And he can't 3 mana that.
This is looking rough. Yeah, no, he's dead on the creatures and on the spell in turn.
And he's
stupid. And that's why burn is good, and that's why being on the play is good. It will win a turn 3 kill without disruption, which is doesn't happen super often. Burn does not really go fist turn 3 kills very typically. But you know, double like you have like 2 guys at the perfect amount and like rest burn spells and exactly the amount of mana.
I mean, I think the only way that could have possibly been better is you exchange the Lightning Helix for a
Boros Charm.
Not even, I would say like just a 1 mana thing.
Oh, like turn 2. Yeah, that's reasonable too. Yeah, I guess you go 3/1 drops. You mean?
If he would have had, yeah,
that's true.
If that Lightning Helix was any 1 mana burn spell, then he would have won.
I will say, I'm gonna try to pronounce this because it has Kurz in it. No, it's not Kurz.
That's
Ryan. That's Ryan. That's Ryan of the Kurz. I will say, Zawaski / maybe Ryan.
Sar Kurchetsky.
Is that how you pronounce it?
Yeah,
that's funny.
Because he likes history. If you didn't know, he jerks himself off to history. This is a friend of ours, by the way, who's in the chat. You can make fun of him.
I think I jerk myself off in other aspects too. We all have things to jerk each other off. There's nothing wrong with that. You gotta have the thing that you like and that you gotta make known.
You gotta make your friends feel bad about themselves.
You do have to make them feel bad about themselves. That's an important aspect of being a friend. Is to make sure the other person just devalues himself in your presence.
But Sar, the Russian thing.
I mean, I get it now.
And then Kurchetsky is actually, my last name is Kurz. Ryan is a family.
See, I thought I said Kurz at first, but then
context. Kurchetsky is our OG last name before our family.
Okay, I think you did tell me that story a long time ago, actually.
And then they Americanized it and made it Kurz.
Nice.
So there you go.
Cool story. And what I was about to comment on is the hat looks very warm. That's what I was gonna say.
He looks comfy.
Yeah.
You know, it's a little cold here in Ohio. Not too bad.
And the beanie's probably not gonna fall off when it's strapped on under your chin.
I
don't have to worry about that. It's good on windy days.
I appreciate that our spotter told us how to pronounce Tsar.
All right, game 3. Mono Blue's on the play. That's where you want to be. You know, being able to play against Burn feels so much better, and we're getting started. We got a fast start.
We missed.
So we got a lot of cyclers.
Yeah. Street Wraith has taken him down.
A double-edged sword in this matchup.
So now.
Make sure clock faster with your Foretold, but also make sure your opponent's clock faster.
And he's Serum Vision, 1 top, 1 bottom. Had these Field of Ruins a lot. Boros Charm, attack. Get you for 6.
Field of Ruins is so bad against Burn. Like I don't want to give my opponent a way to like bolt me with their extra mana ever.
Oh, yeah, that's true. It comes untapped. It does. I can see it being like necessary on occasion if they got the 1 white source.
Yeah.
Cut them off a white.
Unless they're playing that 1 of Plains, man. The tech.
I've gotten blown up by the 1 of Plains, and it is just the worst feeling of all time.
Does he just have it? Let's see if he has it.
I
don't think he does.
Card in his hand.
Yeah, okay, nothing too spicy here.
So.
Oh man, this is not looking good for the Foretold player. Might be dead. He might be dead on this turn. Does he have a land? Is that it?
He's dead.
Cool.
Just triple one drop burn spell him. Don't even need to attack. That would just.
Well,
be
this
so
is why Street Wraith. You know, you gave 4 damage to the opponent, and that was another fast match.
Yeah, do you think
13 minutes in, 3 games.
Boom.
Got him.
Dead. Wait, is he actually
Yeah, he's not just dead.
stone cold dead?
I mean, he's dead to 2 spells. He's got a
Yes,
Swift Spear,
he
so.
is dead to 2 spells.
And I'm pretty sure he had. Yeah.
Well,
so. Cool.
You know, lock it up, lock it in.
Hope you guys had fun. That's what Burn does.
That is what Burn does.
He won in turn 4 against turn 3. There was not much disruption, and the opponent did like 4 damage to himself. So let's get another match on the stream if we can.
If we got another match,
we would appreciate it.
If we got people,
if we can get a blue deck, that would be ideal.
Yeah, that would be fun. So we're gonna chit chat a little bit. Let's see. So I believe somebody asked how they Burn is going to be. How we predict it to be in this new modern format. What are your thoughts?
It's probably good. It doesn't really care about what your opponent does.
Yeah, I think it's a little bit, probably got a little bit better.
It kind of depends on what Jace decks you more play, because some Jace decks have a lot better matchup than others.
Lightning Helix.
Really good against Burn.
Really good against Burn. So if that card becomes, if Jeskai becomes kind of the default Jace deck, I can see that being very.
Jeskai is a very good matchup against Burn. I think Blue White is also a pretty good matchup against Burn.
Yeah.
I mean, like decks like Blue Black Control, decks that play Cryptic Command are generally going to be like worse off. So the slower control decks, like the Blue Black and the Grixis ones, that are going to want to play Cryptic.
I'm surprised to see Zach bringing in all 4 paths in this matchup.
Yeah, why?
Because I think, yeah, because
I guess Searing Blaze. Yeah, okay. Yeah, okay.
But,
He doesn't kill anything.
But he doesn't. Does that mean he has no enchantment removal on his side?
Yeah, I don't think he's playing green, dude. I think he's playing
Wear
Boros.
Tear, you know.
Oh, true. He should be playing Wear Tear. Why would you play?
I mean, Path. I'm just a little skeptical on because.
No, I agree. Path is not what you want to be in this matchup.
Because I mean, he's gonna live again for. I mean, probably on average, like somewhere around like 3 creatures, I would guess.
Yeah.
And a single path doesn't break that up, especially when the best one has hexproof.
The
best cycler you have.
And also, when you're playing against a blue deck, you want to have as much. Like blue decks, because blue decks can once they have counter spells, you're in a bad spot.
That is no longer in your deck.
Yeah.
I mean, the number of times I've won because my opponent cast a Grafdigger's Cage against me,
or Rest in Peace,
and I'm just like.
One time my opponent had 2 Rest in Pieces in play and a Grafdigger's Cage all in the same game against Burn. And I'm like, nice.
Yeah, I've had like many situations where it comes down to. If they have a burn spell this turn, because you need to put the counter shields down very briefly, and then they cast their Wild Nacatl, or they cast their sideboard card that doesn't really affect your life total at all, and then you ultimately end up winning, and it feels great.
I mean, Path is good when a creature kills you, like by itself. Usually, you should be having Paths in there.
Path,
like
I
neither
think, is good for
Reliquary.
Combo creature decks as well,
or like the Coco decks.
Yeah, like any Abzan Coco deck, any of those infinite mana elves decks. I could also see it being maybe just a 5.
Something where disrupting is very good.
It buys you a lot of time, but here I'm not in love with it. I'd be